Okay, hi. Welcome to the Coleus bed. This is a new idea. We're just doing it for the first time this year. I've never done a Coleus bed before. I'm excited about it because it's an amazing plant. We'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, this bed has not been touched since last fall, so it's a bit of a dog's breakfast. The magnolia above has dropped all its flowers. We got to clean that up. Then we're going to top dress soil on top, cover these exposed roots of this hydrangea tree on standard. The rhodos that you see on either side of me here, they used to be enormous, and they cast a huge shadow on this bed, so you couldn't do much here. But they've been cut way back, and big magnolia that used to be above here has been taken down completely, so there's a lot more light in here. Okay, we're back, and you can see it's been cleaned up, top dressed with a thin layer of soil to make it nice and black, make the colors pop. Now, we got a combination of Coleus here and Begonias. Now, it's supposed to be a Coleus bed, so we have to be careful not to overdo it with the Begonias, because they're going to steal the show. As you can see with this, with this one here. I mean, look at that, eh? Gorgeous. And it's going to be, well, if it's happy, it'll be 4 or 5 times this size. So, you know, up there. So we have to be careful not to dominate the Coleus, which are still gorgeous, but not quite as spectacular as the Begonia. So at the focal point here is the hydrangea tree, and then below it, surrounding it, is what's called king Coleus. They're priced at $7 each, which is pretty good actually. That's a great price for king Coleus. I'm gonna dry fit everything, so you don't have to watch me move stuff around, because I'm not sure I'm made up my mind. And then when it's all done, before I plant, we'll just have another visit, okay? Okay, here's my dry fit, and I'm going to wait till the owner sees it and confirms that's what she likes. So the rhododendrons are going to be in bloom very soon. And then in front of them we have the king Coleus, and I pushed the queen Coleus on either side, even though it's not a balanced picture. It kind of works out in the general geometry of it, I guess. Also, in the foreground here, looks like dead sticks. It's actually fuchsias, 1, 2, 3, 4 fuchsias that were beautiful last summer, and you know, they don't always come back, and these may not, and I may end up replacing them with fresh ones next week. But so far, no sign of growth, and a little bit dead looking. So, we all have our failures. In front of the king and queen Coleus are 3 Begonias, which should get about this tall. Begonias, we have a pattern of variegated solid, variegated solid, variegated solid, small Coleus. And then in front of them is a line of red Begonias. And then finally we have these purple Coleus, which I've never purchased before, and hopefully they'll quadruple in size and fill in the gap between the mondo grass and these Coleus. So the mondo grass will double in size, the Coleus will hopefully quadruple in size. And then this area over here, you can just see big hostas are coming. They'll fill up this entire gap. So ignore that gap, just focus on this. Okay, now I'll also take you on a quick tour of the rest of this Coleus statement. Let me grab you for a quick tour. Okay, look over here. So we have a circle of Coleus and Begonias, and planted in the middle will be another feature tree like this hydrangea. That'll fill up this space in here. Then down below, another back and forth between Coleus and Begonia to finish the Coleus. Okay, here's the final bed dug in. Hopefully everything grows up and looks gorgeous. Couple things to know about Coleus. First of all, I was not planning on actually planting this bed today. But I was at the nursery yesterday. They got the shipment in, and they said it would be okay because we're on a bit of a warming trend. But it is touch and go, and if we do have like a spate of nasty weather, this could all be in jeopardy. If at the end of this video there is a after picture, then you'll know they survived. But if there isn't, then you'll know it was a bit of a disaster and I'm too embarrassed to show you. But anyway, we're hoping it's going to be good. Coleus are usually shade plants. They're well known, and so are begonias, well known for filling shade areas. But this area, which used to be covered by a big magnolia, is now wide open. Magnolia has been cut down, and so this is all fresh soil. And it should be a great spot for them to grow, but they're going to get more sun than would normally be for a shade bed. I would say this is a half and half bed, 50% sun. Okay, here's the poolside sitting area, and sadly there is an air conditioning unit that is making a perpetual hum here, ruining the tranquility of the spot. It never happened in previous years, but they're having a problem at the end of April with their air conditioning unit. I suspect it won't last much longer. But that's not why I brought you here. This is actually the approach to what's called the Sensorium. The Sensorium is what the owner requested, a place where great smells would occur. So as we approach the Sensorium, we're passing by some flowering daphne in pots. Passing the flowering daphne and down into the Sensorium, where there is sculpture created by yours truly. Now this one has a little tree planted in it called a croton. And a croton is a tropical plant that must be brought indoors over the winter, which it was, had a difficult winter, is now recovering, and seems to be leafing out nicely. So I am hopeful it will quadruple in size this summer. Behind it is a flowering maple. Pretty exotic thing that also wintered over in the garage. And the flowering maple should be covered in red flowers pretty soon. It looks very happy. But in the smell department, we have some French lavender down here just starting, surrounded by potato vines. We've also got some stock, which smells nice, some lobelia, which may not smell, it's pink. African daisies, no smell. Here we have a rosemary tree on standard in full bloom, smells fantastic. And then repeating all the same all the way down to my other sculpture there. So this is a brand new bed. I just put in the irrigation last week. I have great hopes for it over the summer, and if it goes well, I will add a clay. You should know this bed is a completely different microclimate than the Coleus bed. The Coleus bed is a cool, shady bed, 50% sun. This is 100% sun. Not only is it 100% sun, it's in a sheltered, sunken courtyard. So the sun gets focused here and gets super hot, and all these plants love tremendous heat. As long as they're moist enough, which we don't know for sure. We hope the irrigation I put in last week actually works. Alright, till next time.